Welcome to Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Our guest, Fran Pavley, member of the California State Senate. And I have to admit, I never thought we'd see workers' comp reform this year. It just wasn't on the horizon. What happened?
Well, actually, behind the scenes, all the stakeholders have been working very hard all during this year, and in close collaboration with the governor's office as well. We didn't know if it would come together, because it's a very complex issue.
No doubt.
And we'd been reviewing some pieces of it in our caucus. Never thinking it would be finalized. There were still moving parts.
Of course.
How do you put together the State Chamber of Commerce and the California Labor Federation? They came together. Never seen that before.
It's a miracle. We were so focused on pension reform and whether pension reform would pass. But what's interesting about the workers' comp side is you had these two divergent interests moving forward. You had a desire to bring down employer premiums. With a desire to increase payouts to those that are injured, especially permanently injured. How did that come together?
It was, well, they found, by working together, amazing efficiencies in the system to put additional money into the permanent workers. And they had a lot of incentive in both sides, not only from the labor perspective and protecting injured workers and providing them adequate medical attention, but from the state chamber side, because of the rising cost of health care, they were very concerned that rates would go up as much as 18% on small businesses in particular. And so even though rates won't come down, rates will not go up, which is a huge sigh of relief for all the business community.
You believe that it is a good compromise plan for both sides?
Well, the details will have to be hashed out.
Of course.
This is not my area of specialty.
Fair
I'm
enough.
relying on people that know this a lot better than I do, and they feel very we may need follow-up legislation to tweak it and make sure it works as intended. Sometimes there's unintended consequences.
No doubt.
So we may revisit this, but this is a great step forward.
And some would argue that pension reform is also a great step forward, although others have argued it's not a big enough step forward. What's your sense of the pension reform package that passed?
Well, I've heard it's the most comprehensive one that's been done in decades, correct?
I believe that's a true statement.
And the state of California actually had collectively bargained with all our state employees to pretty much put into place reining in all the abuses of spiking at the end and adding all these things to make your salary more than you ever earned in real life. And the 50% match with employer and employee. We've done that with all the state bargaining units. So what we were focused on is what we could do to get the local governments doing the same thing.
Because they participate in CalPERS and they have a menu with which they can select.
And we were legally constrained, frankly, to do anything with existing employees, let alone people that are already retired.
So that's my question is, there's no doubt we will see savings for the new hires, but we have all these people on the payroll right now, so are the savings going to come quickly enough to benefit the state budget?
They figured it would be maybe $100 million the first year, but it'd be gradually. But over the next 10, 20 years, huge savings in providing the sustainability, especially in time for the baby boomers' retirement.
What about health care, though? That wasn't tackled, and I know that is also a concern for the state budget.
It is. That's probably one of the fastest growing expenses. And I have to share with you, as a teacher, and as a legislator, I don't get any retirement health care. It's only a few people that do, and actually all the local governments, whether they're cities, counties, or school districts, have complete control of this issue. There is nothing preventing them from addressing health care and addressing pensions.
Okay, her name is Fran Pavley, member of the California State Senate. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks for watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.